Hello everyone, welcome to another Time Helps video. We have this example where we have a line segment BD, so I'll just draw this line segment BD. And with any word problem you should draw a picture. So one has B and one is D. Well, BD bisects angle ABC. So first let me draw that and then I'll explain it. So we have another line A here. And we have another one like so, which is going to be called C. And these can be rays. And this can also be a ray, doesn't matter. So what bisect means that this angle here is also equal to this angle. Here, let me make this a little bit shorter so you can tell that they are the same color. So this angle ABD, is equal to angle DBC, or you could have even say CBD. So that's what that means. So now they give us the example, or not the example, they give us the information. Measure angle ABD, which we talked about, is equal to 6x plus 3. So this angle is equal to 6x plus 3 degrees. And now they give us measure angle DBC is equal to 8x minus 7. 8x minus 7. Alright, so we have all the information. We want to find what measure angle ABD equals. Now, before we start the problem, we should really analyze how to solve this, because that's the first step in solving any problem, knowing what we're dealing with. So we see that there's only one variable, so we need to solve for this variable. So the first step is to solve for x. So solve for x. And the second part is to know how to solve for x. So bisecting angles, I told you before that these angles are equal to each other. So that means the measure angles are also equal to each other. When we set these equal to each other, let me use the same color. When we set these equal to each other, we should be able to solve for x. So let's do 6x plus 3. That's going to be equal to 8x minus 7. And so we want to have x alone. We subtract 6 from both sides. 6x from both sides. I'm sorry, I misspoke. So that is going to cancel out. We are left with 2x on the right hand side. On the left hand side, we don't want any numbers. So in order to move the 7 or get rid of the 7, we are going to add 7 to both sides. And so these cancel out. And we are left on the left-hand side of the equal sign a 10. 3 plus 7 is equal to 10. So we have 2x equals 10. How we solve this, we divide both sides by 2. And we are left with x equals 5. That's not what the problem is asking. Usually people are very tempted to go and say 5 and just leave it there. We're not done. The question asks find the measure angle of ABD. So they're basically saying what is 6x plus 3, and we know what x is, we just solve for it. So we can go over here and say measure angle ABD is equal to 6 times 5, which is x, plus 3. I just plugged x into this equation. So 6 times 5 is equal to 30. 30 plus 3 is equal to 33 degrees. Alright, now we have another example. JK bisects angle LJM. Like before, we're going to draw JK as a straight line. JK. Let me draw this a bit better. JK. And we have angle JLM being bisected by JK. And in that same example, we could still write this. L is here, and we can also write M here. It doesn't matter. Let me draw a better line. M. Alright, and so we have the information that this LJK equals negative 10x plus 3. But before we go there, we need to analyze what bisects mean. Like before, bisects means that these two angles are going to be equal. Now we can input these degrees. So it says that LJK is equal to negative 10x plus 3 degrees. And measure angle KJM is equal to negative x plus 21. Like before, we can use the fact that bisect means that they are both the same angle and solve for x. We know that we only have one variable, so this should not be too hard. We can say negative 10 x plus 3 is equal to negative x plus 21. We want, I want a positive x, so I'm going to add 10x. And so now, these are going to cancel out like usual. So 10x minus x is equal to 9x. And now I want to leave x alone, so I have to subtract 21 from this side. Negative 21 minus 21. These are going to cancel out. And on the left-hand side of the equal sign, 21 minus 3 is equal to negative 18. It works out. We divide both sides by 9 to make x alone. And x is not equal to 2. The reason why it's not equal to 2 because there is a negative sign. So the answer is going to be negative 2. But we're not done. The example is asking what is measure angle LJM. A bit of a different problem than what we had before. We just had, in this example, we had ABD. In this example, we're going to have LJM, the entire thing. So this is a bit of a tricky one. We're going to add these two expressions together. So how are we going to do that? So we're going to say negative 10, and for every x, we're just going to multiply by negative 2, plus 3, plus negative 2 plus 21 is what we're trying to solve for. So this is eventually going to be equal to, let me change the color, it's a bit too dark, a bit too bright. Negative 10 times 2, negative 2 is going to be 20, plus 3 plus negative times negative is positive, so this is going to be a positive number. Positive 2 plus 21. And this is going to be equal to 20 plus 3 is 23. 23 plus 2 is 25. 25 plus 21 is going to be 46. 46 degrees. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I hope that's helpful.